sector forum, and it is all about empowering women entrepreneurs through gender-responsive procurement. We're gathered here this morning under the auspices of Zamani Foundation in collaboration with esteemed partners such as the UN Women, the Women Entrepreneur Finance Initiative, AFAWA, and the African Development Bank. So on behalf of these esteemed partners, I would like to once again welcome each and every one of you. They are all embarking on a journey towards empowering women economically and also to foster affirmative reforms in Nigeria.
I'm Kaduna State, the Communication and Gender Mainstreaming Officer of Zamani Foundation.
Driving force that drives economy and its development in any country. Thank you very much for coming. It is with great pleasure and honor that I welcome you all today to the private sector launch. It is a United Nations project. And so on behalf of Zamani Foundation and our dear partners, I want to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you this morning. I am profoundly delighted to see such a distinguished gathering this morning of leaders of private sector organizations and stakeholders who share a common commitment to advancing gender equality and economic empowerment.
Well, from our side as government, we have been trying our best to see that we provide the enabling environment for you to operate, for you to participate in procurement that he has for the small and medium scale people, and also to see that yes, he distributed the 4 million naira in terms of poverty alleviation. They can be given certain percentage out of that 4 million naira so that you can start your business. So this, I take it upon myself to see that yes, I discuss with him personally and see what we can get for our own women. Aside of it, we'll also try and get some capital for you to continue or start your own businesses. So at this juncture, I would like to say a very good welcome for you to this particular private sector forum. And I look forward for you participating fully and getting well informed at the end of the day. Thank you very much.
Precious, baby. Please put your hands together, give her a beautiful round of applause. CEO of To Take Action, one of the frontiers of women empowerment in West Africa. And also, we're one of the partners of the United Nations Women in advancing affirmative procurement in this region. And also we have access to public and private procurement. And we understand that one of the key components who are applying for procurement opportunities in West Africa, in Nigeria, Senegal, Mali, and Cote d'Ivoire. To actually share some key impacts and successes we have actually achieved in the process of building the capacities of women in Nigeria. Thank you to our partners, the UN Women, for their commitment to gender equality on economic development and empowerment. Over 501 women have been trained in Kaduna and Lagos states on affirmative procurement between May and December 20. And we also want to thank the Director General of Kaduna State Bureau of Public Procurement, right, Engineer Sanisi Aminu. He has been very instrumental to ensuring that we deliver efficiently in terms of capacity building for our women. Thank you so much, sir. On that fact, you can see that 80% of our women have profound understanding of the compliance processes. Because we understand that one of the key issues we have women that happens women to apply for these opportunities is that they don't have key compliances to meet the targets for both the public and private. And as of today, we have our women who are aware of this, and we are now working together in support with us to ensure that they get all of this compliance set for them to compete effectively in the private sector. As critical stakeholders in this region, we want you to actually work or take action to ensuring that one, you actually sign up to the WEP platform, endorsing the women's empowerment principles and advancing gender equality in the workplace, marketplace, and the community as well. Now, the second way you all can take action at the private sector is conducting a gender assessment of your procurement processes in your organizations. The third way actually is reserve a procurement quota for the women-led and women-owned businesses in your supply chain. I believe that Engineer Sanisi made some references to that as well. And lastly, we can all contribute to monitoring and evaluating all our successes that we are achieving during this process. Together, I believe as people stakeholders would continue to advocate and implement inclusive procurement processes in our workplace, while paving the way for a more inclusive of our women who are achieving procurement in this region. Thank you once again.
And women in your supply chain have been winning only 1 million naira contracts. Can we help them increase from 1 million naira to 10 million naira? We'll be able to help other women across the supply chain. This is what some of the ideas we want to implement in this private sector forum. The objectives of the forum are very clear. One, we want to promote supplier diversity. We want to increase the participation of women. We want to use that increased participation to ensure that women in Kaduna State are empowered economically. And you know, if women are empowered economically, they are also empowered politically. They are also empowered socially. And then lastly, we want to use whatever we find from this private sector forum to approach the Kaduna State Government to start designing policies. It could be so that in this private sector forum, we found out that if you give women more loans, they will always pay back when they win contracts. You can use that to design a policy from the government's perspective that will also scale up the empowerment that we can achieve.
All countries are pregnant. We got it.
On behalf of the UN Women Country Representative to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Ms. Beatrice Ayon, I want to thank you very much for dedicating your time to be part of this forum. I also want to send her regards to all the private sector organizations here, as well as women entrepreneurs and women-owned businesses that are here, and as well as the government of Kaduna State that is also here. That we will be making significant progress in advancing gender equality and the empowerment of women in Kaduna State through this private sector forum.